Happy Virgo season, everyone. Wishing you all happiness, clarity, and freedom today on yet another beautiful day, gorgeous day in nature. And you guys watching this right now, it is Virgo season. I love Virgo season. Happy Virgo season to everyone watching this video. And today we are talking about the new moon in the sign of Virgo that we actually have coming up in a few days here. And before we get into the new moon in Virgo, let's first talk about the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo is one of my absolute all-time favorite signs of the zodiac. And I say this about every single sign because honestly I just love astrology. Every single sign is my favorite sign. But honestly though, Virgo has to be up there with one of my favorites because Virgo is the sign of my moon. Virgo is my moon sign. So Virgo has a very special place in my life. And this new moon is actually occurring very close, 2 degrees off of my natal moon in Virgo at 6 degrees. And this new moon is occurring at 4 degrees of Virgo. So we have the new moon in Virgo, and the sun is entering into Virgo. And what does it mean when the sun enters the sign of Virgo? Back to school, okay? Virgo is the sign of change. Virgo is the sign where we first start to see little bits of change. We first start to see little signs that the seasons are changing. And we get this with every single mutable sign. We get it with Virgo. We get it with Sagittarius as we start to enter the winter. We get it with Gemini as we start to enter the summer. And we get it with Pisces as we start to enter the springtime. So every single mutable season is very special. Every single mutable season we start to see the weather is starting to become more mutable. Especially where I'm at, the weather is always extremely mutable. And especially in the mutable seasons though, you're going to notice that the weather, it's really hot some days, and then some days it can be really cold, and it could be on and off raining, and super windy one day, and super calm another day. Basically, mutable seasons are very unpredictable when it comes to weather, and very unpredictable when it comes to energy as well. Okay, because in reality, the energy around us, the energy on this planet, is really controlling the weather. That's what it is. Weather is energy. Everything is energy. So with Virgo season comes change. And we've been going through Leo season. We've been going through the peak summer season, right? Peak sunlight, peak Leo, peak ego energy, party time, summer madness. You know how it goes with Leo season. And honestly, I'm so glad that we are finally moving into Virgo season. Because I love Virgo. Virgo is one of my favorite signs. And 2, because I feel like it's time for some change. I feel like we need some practical change on this planet. Okay, with Leo season, Leo is the fixed fire. Leo is the sun. It's the fixed fire. It doesn't really change. It is what it is. It's always at this peak energy. Leo is always at this high, peak sunlight, bright energy. And don't get me wrong, I love the sun. The sun is amazing. The ruler of my ascendant, Jupiter, because I'm Pisces rising, Jupiter I have in Leo. The ruler of my ascendant is in Leo. So I love the sun. Okay, the sun is amazing. The sun gives us vitamin D. The sunlight boosts our immune system, right? I love the sun. But it comes to a point where it's time for some change. It's time for Virgo season, okay? Bring it on, universe. Give me Virgo season. I'm ready. I am 100% ready for this Virgo season. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are ready for Virgo season. Let me know your moon sign as well. Okay, you're looking at a Virgo moon right here. Very analytical. I love to look at the details. Okay, I love I love to have OCD. That's who I am. But let me know your moon sign, and let me know if you are ready for this Virgo season. Let me know if you are ready to enter the season of change, enter into the fall season. I feel like so much change is coming on this planet. We've already had so much change on this planet in the past 2 years. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that there's more change to come. I'm feeling that this fall season, there's going to be lots of change, not just on an individual level in my life, but on a global scale. There's going to be massive changes. That's my prediction. Okay, I can't say exactly how this planet's going to change. I can't say exactly what's going to happen, but I can say that I do feel like there is massive changes coming on this planet. Okay, so with the Virgo new moon, what kind of aspects are we looking at with the Virgo new moon? Now, let's start with the bad. Let's start with the one that's not going to be so great. So this new moon in Virgo is exactly square to Mars in Gemini. It is exactly square to Mars in Gemini. Now, we all know we just had Mars enter into the sign of Gemini, the mutable sign of Gemini. Another reason why there's so much change coming, and there's so much change that is going to be coming very soon. Okay, Mars in Gemini. And the thing that's so tough about this square with the moon and the sun in Virgo at 4 degrees and Mars at 4 degrees of Gemini square, what's so tough about this is that we just went through a very rough period with Mars. We just went through a very rough transit with Mars. Okay, Mars was just going through Taurus, conjunct Uranus and the North Node. If you don't know, Uranus is all about uncertainty, like a lightning strike, change, quick, sudden actions, quick, sudden changes, unexpected things. That's Uranus, and it's very powerful. It's very highly energetic. Okay, that's Uranus. And the North Node is basically a peak energetic vortex point. The North Node activates whatever comes near it. Same thing with the South Node. This is the ecliptic, where we have the eclipses. And we know about eclipses. Eclipses are peak energy, times of massive change, massive new beginnings, massive endings. So that's the North Node. And we have been having Mars coming up to Uranus and the North Node and Mars. This is a very highly energetic time that we just went through. And we just went through it in Taurus. And now, going to this new moon in Virgo, we are expecting a break from Mars. But no, we still have a little bit more Mars energy to deal with. And I feel like some of the tensions, some of the things that we were going through with Taurus over there with Uranus and the North Node, some of these things are going to carry on but have a different flare of energy to it, because now Mars is in Gemini. So it's not going to be exactly the same as how it felt when Mars was in Taurus, but with the moon and sun square to Mars, we are not done with this Mars energy. We're still going to have more difficulties that we're working through, and life's always going to be like that. We're always going to have more things we're working through. We're always going to have more challenges that are coming up, but the Mars energy is not over yet. Okay, we still have a little bit of Mars energy to work through, and Mars can be very harsh. Mars can be very severe. Mars can be very tough to deal with, especially if you were born during the day, like I was. Mars is a more challenging planet in your chart if you were born during the day, and if you were born during the night, Saturn is a more challenging planet for you. So we have the sun and moon conjunct in Virgo, square to Mars. That's the tough part of this new moon. That's the hardest part, okay? But besides that, what's also nice about this is that we have a very loose but still evident trine with the sun and moon in Virgo to what I was just talking about in Taurus, okay? Because Virgo and Taurus, they love each other. They're both earth signs. We got mutable earth and we got fixed earth. Okay, these two can connect. Okay, Virgo and Taurus. We have the Sun and Moon in Virgo, and we have North Node Uranus in Taurus. So with this trine, this is going to be very nice. And it's really strange because we have the trine between Uranus and the North Node with what we were just going through, right? But we also have the square with Mars, which was just passing over what we are now trining. So it's kind of strange. And what I think this is going to manifest as is, yes, we are still dealing with this Mars energy. We're still dealing with these struggles, with these hardships, right? The Mars energy is not over yet. But at the same time, we are feeling the relief. It has gotten a lot lighter, especially for fixed sign people. If you have a lot of Taurus in your chart, if you have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, Leo, Scorpio, this fixed axis, if you have a lot of planets on this fixed axis, you are definitely going to feel a lot of relief, during this Virgo season. This Virgo season is going to be great. You're going to feel relief from the fixed signs. We were just going through Leo season, which is a fixed sign, and it might have been very tough for a lot of us fixed people, even if you have a lot of mutable or cardinal. These were still some very tough transits that we were dealing with, very tough energy on the planet. Okay, so I want to tell you, fixed people out there, this is a very awesome new moon for you. Okay, fixed sign people, myself included, this is a very awesome new moon for you. Okay, so we can take it easy now, we can take a break. And honestly, pat yourself on the back. Life has not been easy. I just posted a video on how life is hard. Life has not been easy for a lot of us. Life has been tough. There's been a lot of resistance. There's been a lot of blockages, a lot of hardships, things that we have to work through. The whole entire system is changing on this planet. Babylon is falling. Everything is changing. The whole paradigm is changing. What we eat is changing. What we watch is changing. The type of content we view, the type of interactions we have, everything is changing on this planet. And going through such a massive energetic change, we have never gone through this before on this planet. We have never gone through anything like this before. It's the age of air. It's the age of Aquarius. Everything is digital now. The world is so different. It's so different. Everything's changing, and we as humans, we have never been through this before. We have to adapt. We have to adapt to a whole new age. We have to recreate this system. And a lot of us are now realizing the system that was built on this planet was not built off of love. It was not built off of the right things. We are now realizing. We are now realizing that there were a lot of unconscious things in this old system that are now coming to the surface because our consciousness is rising and we are now seeing everything for what it is. And now, massive purging has to take place. We have to heal. We have to change. We have to push towards the direction we want to move in. Love, authenticity, oneness, wholeness, interconnectedness with each other. And that's my goal with this channel, is to connect us human beings, to connect us together with love and with acceptance, because that's the truth. That's what we need. We need connectedness. We need acceptance. Okay, if you've been through a dark night of the soul, if you've been through a spiritual awakening, you get it. You realize that life is so precious. Life is so precious, and you realize how dark it can get. You realize how lonely it can get, how scary it can get, how frightening it can get, how dark it really gets. And a lot of people still have to go through that. They still have to realize that. But we've been through it. We're still going through it. We're going through what life can really get to. But it's a gift, because we know that we need to move towards love. We need to move towards authenticity, right? But I'm getting a little off topic, but this also has everything to do with the moon. It has everything to do with the moon cycles. The moon cycles are absolutely everything. The moon anchors in the energies that we are feeling in our physical bodies. The moon anchors them in. So, fixed sign people, you are going to be getting a huge relief energetically during this new moon. So look forward to that. Okay, look forward to that. Also, I want to say, we have lots of change coming because we also have eclipses coming up. This fall season, we have a set of eclipses. We have a solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio, with the moon and sun in Scorpio, and then we have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio with the moon in Taurus and the sun in Scorpio. So, like I said before, themes that we went through back in Taurus season, they're going to come back up. They're going to pop back up out of nowhere. Tensions, hardships, energies. So fixed sign people, you're not completely off the hook. We're still going to get some more hard fixed sign energy coming up this fall. So that's later on. I'll be making videos on that 100%. But just a foreshadow for you guys. That is definitely coming up this fall season. So be ready for that. But right now, we got this amazing new moon in Virgo coming up that I'm looking forward to. I love Virgo season. Virgo season is one of my favorites. Virgo is a wonderful sign. Virgo has everything to do with practicality, has everything to do with service. And I'm a pretty practical person. I have Venus in Capricorn and I have the moon in Virgo. That's my earth, okay? I'm practical. I love practicality. I think very practically. I do things very practically. I have been vegan for almost 2 years. And what's awesome is that I actually started my health journey. I started my plant-based journey officially in Virgo season of 2020. And that's just a sign that another sign that Virgo season is the sign of change. It's a sign where we start to see changes. And during that season of my life, I started to change. The way I think started to change. The way I thought about food started to change. I realized I got to eat leafy greens. What am I doing? I got to eat whole plant-based foods. I got to eat healthier. That's what I realized. That's the change that kind of started. And I also realized I got to meditate. I got to protect my mental health. I got to be practical about these things. I got to do yoga. I got to focus on my mind. I got to focus on what I'm feeding into my mind every single day. And that's Virgo for me. The way I see Virgo is very practical. Virgo loves to do things for a reason, okay? So with this new moon, we can focus on setting practical intentions. Set very practical intentions with your life. If you want to become more mindful, start a regular meditation practice. If you want to improve your flexibility, improve your energetic flow and your circulation, which is something I want to do more, start to do more yoga, start to exercise more. That's one thing that I'm going to start doing more of. In fact, I'm going to go for a jog right after I film this video. Okay, one thing I'm starting with this Virgo season is to start moving my body more, start exercising more. It's such a wonderful thing. So Virgo season is all about practicality. Virgo season is a very practical sign. It focuses on the details, and it focuses on how it can make things right. It can improve things. It can make things better. So focus on that in your life. Focus on setting practical intentions. Focus on improving your life. With Leo season, we were partying. There was an analogy that I once heard where, Leo season, we had the massive party. We made a huge mess. And now Virgo season, we have to clean the mess up. We have to focus on the details. We got to say, okay, we're going to clean this mess up. We're going to make things right again. And that's Virgo season, okay? And I love how it also connects to back to school season, right? Back to school, it's time to buckle down. It's time to get practical. It's time to go to school. It's time to get some work done, right? I love how it's all connected. This universe, this earth is so wonderful. It's all connected, and I love it. So thank you all so much for tuning in to this message about the new moon in Virgo. I'm so excited for this. I hope you guys are as well. Thank you for being here. I love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.